Good morning. Welcome to our celebration of Holy Mother's birthday. We've got a very nice program, starting with Vedic chanting by the Sridharaprana Nuns. Then we're very honored to have with us again Tanim, Hayat, Ranjit. He's going to give a Sarod recital. There'll be a talk on Holy Mother, the Power Divine, by Pravrajika Sridharaprana. And given that the president of the Sri Sarada and Ramakrishna Sarada mission passed away on the 11th of December, we added a very special item in the program. Gayatriprana will be speaking on her, and also there'll be a flower offering led by the nuns and with some chanting, and you'll be all invited to participate in that. And then we will conclude with lunch. So we'll get the program going with the Vedic chanting by the Sridharaprana Nuns.
We'll be doing the Devi Suktam from the Rigveda. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may Brahman protect us both, the teacher and the disciple. May he nourish us both. May we both work together with great energy. May our studies be vigorous and fruitful. May we not hate or criticize each other. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om aham rudre bhervasubhishcharamyahamaditye rutavishwadevaihi aham mitra varuno bibharmyahamindragni aham ashvino bha. I move the cosmic powers of vitality and wealth, the luminaries and all celestial powers. I sustain the cosmic forces of water and light. I am the center of energy, light, and life, given by the sun, air, fire, and all other beneficial cosmic forces. Aham somamahanasam vibharmyaham tvashtharamuta pushanam bhagam. Aham dadhami dravinam havishmate supravye yajamanaya sunyate. Aham rashtre sangamani vasunam chikitushi pradhama yajniyanam. Tama deva vyadadhu purutra Bhuristatram bhurya yeshayanti. I am the mother, the restorer of wealth. I know all that is worth knowing and expressing. The divine powers function with my instructions. I possess all domains. My hymns are chanted in all places. Maya so annamatiyo vipashyati yapraniti yayim shrunotyuktam amandavo manda upakshiyanti shrudhi shruta shraddhivam te vadami. O enlightened men, through my power, all the creatures take breath, eat, see, and hear. Even if they do not know, they dwell in my love. I am in them. They are in me. Ahameva swayamidam vadami jushtam devebhirutamanushebhihi yam kamayetam tamugram krinomi tam brahmanam tam rishim tam sumedham. Only I speak words that bring joy to divinities and men. I grant powers to men I favor. I make them divine, the seer, and men of perfection. Aham Rudraya Dhanuratanomi Brahmadvishe Sarave Hantavau. Aham Janaya Samadam Krinomyaham Dyava Prithivi Avivesha. Aham Suve Pitaramasya Murdhan Mama Yoni Rapsanta Samudre Tato Vitishti Bhuvananu Vishwo Tamudyam Vashmano Pasprishami. I stretch the bow for the defender of cosmic life, so that his arrows may pierce the malicious powers. I rouse the fury in the hearts of people to battle against evils. I penetrate the heaven and the earth, so that none violates my eternal laws. Ahameva vata iva pravamyarabhamana bhuvanani vishwa paro diva parayena pridhivyai tavati mahina sambhabhu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sad. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. I breathe like the wind pervading all the regions. I go beyond the heavens, beyond the limits of this vast earth. I am invincible. None can defy me. Om, peace, peace, peace.
So now we'll be treated to a Sarod recital by Tanim. Those who are regulars, we know it's an annual performance that an offering he provides to us. Normally comes for the Kali Puja celebration. This year his son was studying for the HSC, and he very kindly, as a father, was there to support him through that. But we missed the performance at the usual time, but then very kindly, he didn't want to miss doing an annual performance for us. So we've now arranged for him to perform today on Holy Mother's birthday celebration. And Tanim's from a family overflowing with musical talent. He grew up listening to the songs of his mother, a popular singer of the 60s, and a trio of famous singing aunts. His grandfather, his grandfather's brother, his cousin, all are famed musicians and Sarod players. Ranjit has performed on TV in Bangladesh, and he represented Bangladesh at a major concert staged at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games some years back. So we're always very honored to have Tanim with us. And so you'll just have to bear with us. He'll need a little bit of time to set up and tune up.
Oh, so. Oh, yeah, need the microphone to stand. Like it, that's it. Like this, the next one is one to music, and after that, I will find it. Today, Play morning bhajan. Friday morning, but they're still in the morning, so.
Yathagne dahika shakti Ramakrishne sthitha hiya sarva vidyam swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. As the power to burn dwells in fire, so Sarada dwells in Ramakrishna as his Shakti, the cosmic power. I bow down to that mother who is the embodiment of knowledge. Holy Mother, the power divine. God associated with his power is alone able to set in motion a new cycle of social and spiritual regeneration. It is impossible to conceive that an impersonal absolute reality can have anything to do with the activities of the world. When God incarnates as man, he invokes this power and employs her for the good of the humanity. Thus, propitiated by Lord himself, this power becomes gracious, beneficent, and suitably rearranges the forces and factors for the advancement of the erring humanity. This power sometimes can be contained within the incarnation itself, just like Christ, or Shankara. Not necessarily it has to be outside the incarnation. But in Hinduism, we have seen that most of the incarnations come with their power. This power manifests itself in a feminine form, just as Mother Sita with Sri Rama, Sri Radha with Sri Krishna, and many more. In this incarnation, this power divine has been, though silent, tremendously active in fulfilling the incarnation's mission. We know the Shaktis take a role in the functioning or the fulfilling of the mission of the incarnation, but it is so passive. Of course, if Mother Sita was not there, Ravana would not have died. If Mother Sri Radha had not allowed Sri Krishna from Vrindavan, we never would have got Gita. Because such was a tremendous love Radha had. It was difficult for Sri Krishna to get out of it. The all-merciful mother, she said, "You're for the good of the world, go away." So he came away from Vrindavan. So, but then these things are not highlighted. But in Holy Mother's life, you cannot refuse. It is so obvious. She has taken tremendous importance in this avatara. Swami used to call Holy Mother Jayanta Durga, the living Durga. We know in the Chandi, the Mother Divine says that whenever there arises an obstacle from the demons, I shall come down in this way to destroy the evil. Now, the evil can be destroyed along with the evildoer. That's what we see. Mother Durga left and right, killing the demons. Fine. But the demons come back. So in this incarnation, the power divine has not only to establish, to remove the obstacles, she has to establish new ideals and fresh aspirations. In this incarnation, that is why we see Mother Durga, though living, and there's no clanging of weapons, nor the war cries. Instead, there's an abundance of modesty, humility, purity, goodness, practical love. Mind you, not sentimentalism, practical love and spiritual experience. So this is about just an introduction. Now I'm going to go into some of the incidents of mother's life, which are very, very important. We literally take a dip into the mother's life. Mother's life itself, mother itself is like a Ganga. She's purity itself. Not that she's pure, she's purity itself. If anyone would say, what's purity? That's Holy Mother. And what's Holy Mother? Purity. So they're synonymous there. So we take a dip into this life. We all know that Sri Ramakrishna was living in the temple and he immersed in the sadhanas. And his sadhanas had reached beyond the scriptural injunctions or whatever has been recorded in the script. It had gone beyond. So he was in such an ecstatic state, going through the different spiritual experiences which are unprecedented in this world. No other incarnation had gone in so much deep into it. And the common man couldn't understand, and he labeled him as mad priest. And the news went to Kamarpukur, and this madness of Sri Ramakrishna brought him to Holy Mother. So the only medicine to get rid of this madness is get him married. Everything will be settled. So the mother and elder brother brought Sri Ramakrishna from Calcutta, and they were searching frantically a bride, suitable bride for him. Nowhere, they couldn't find. And they were doing it very secretly because they were afraid that Sri Ramakrishna may oppose to it. But Sri Ramakrishna was amused with their difficulty. And then he said, he himself came to their aid and said, go to Jairampati. There the daughter of Ramchandra is earmarked for me. Means in India, we have a tradition that whenever the new fruits or vegetable comes, we offer it to God. So it mustn't mix with the other fruits. The first fruit, we tie a piece of cloth or mark something. That means to say, when this ripes, this fruit will be offered to divine. So the child, Sarada, was already marked for Sri Ramakrishna by providence. And they found the bride was there, but too small, 5 years old, little child. And Holy Mother always would say, my marriage happened when the dates ripened. Because after the marriage, she came to her in-laws and she started picking the dates from the ground. The ripe dates had fallen. The little bride is picking them and eating, small child. Anyway, that was. But then after the marriage, Sri Ramakrishna went to Dakshineshwar and Holy Mother went back to her home. And she grew. And whenever Sri Ramakrishna came to Jairambati Kamarpukur, he made sure that he went to Jairambati or brought Sarada because he knew there was a great difference. And he had taken the responsibility of educating the girl. And Sharadananda Maharaj says, first, the teacher binds the disciple with love. That love will make the disciple to follow everything, every step studiously. So Sri Ramakrishna loved Holy Mother and made her so close. She was so happy that every lesson he taught, she had mastered it to the perfection. And that education, from trimming the wick of the lamp to Brahma Jnana, everything was there included in it. And Sri Ramakrishna back to Dakshineshwar because of 12 long years of sadhana he had done. The other 4, the last 4 years was terribly, terribly difficult. And he had practiced Advaita sadhana, which entails sannyasa. So the rumor went that the priest of Dakshineshwar has gone mad, stark mad. And that time Holy Mother was 17 or 16, 17 years old young girl. And she was terribly, terribly worried. How could he become mad? The person who showed so much of love, can he ever become? Well, if he has become mad, what's my duty? It's my duty to be by him, by the side of him, and to protect him. So she decided, these days, this doesn't mean anything for us. Those days, women didn't go out. For Holy Mother to take this decision that she will go to Dakshineshwar all the way and stand by her husband, that was a greatest thing. That's the greatest decision she had made. And that decision has impact on you and me. So the second madness of Sri Ramakrishna brought Holy Mother to Sri Ramakrishna. She came, and just like an empress who knows her empire, she came straight from the boat to Dakshinesh, Sri Ramakrishna's room. I'm surprised, whenever I read that, I don't know how Holy Mother could know where Sri Ramakrishna lived. She was coming for the first time to Calcutta. But there was no mistaking. Straight she got on from the boat. There were many people with her coming from Jarambati to have a holy dip for some occasion. She had come along with them, but they all went to the guest houses where the temple provides. But she didn't go anywhere. She came to Ramakrishna's room. Amazing, isn't it? A person who has not seen the temple, who hasn't seen Calcutta, where is the way, how to go to the room? But no mistake in it. Straight she came to him and she looked. Sri Ramakrishna said, alas, at last you have come. How? If my Mathur was there, how would it have been? Mathur Babu had passed away. Who was, what do you call, Rasadar? What do they say for Rasadar? Who bore all his expenses and everything. So, but Sri Ramakrishna took all the care. Mother had fever at that time. She was not used to walking and she had fever. And Sri Ramakrishna gave all the attention that a devoted husband would do for his wife. He kept her there and treated. And then Holy Mother saw. What madness. He spoke saner than sane, sanest people. So her duty was decided. Holy Sri Ramakrishna's mother was there in the Nahabad at the top. So she went and she took the residence. So Infinite Mother was confined to a small pond, ocean in the pond. Infinite Mother personality that was confined into that Nahabad, a small room. Those who have been to Calcutta will know it. So that's how the empress came to Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna's teacher had told him, before taking sannyas, Sri Ramakrishna said, I am a married man. I have got a responsibility towards my mother and family and wife especially. And Totapuri said, that's a very good test. So the depth of your knowledge will be known. And he had to verify his knowledge. And not only that, there was much more to be taught. Now that Sarada was by his side, he allowed her to stay with him. For 8 months, the master and mother lived in the same room and played the divine play, which has given impetus for all weaklings to take to spiritual life. That strength we get from Holy Mother and Sri Ramakrishna. And Holy Mother used to, like a devoted wife, every night she would massage Sri Ramakrishna's feet. One day Sri Ramakrishna asked a direct question for her. Hello, have you come here to pull me towards the world? Straight came the reply. Why should I? I am here to help you in your mission. I'm not here to drag. I am your Sahadharmini. Whatever is your dharma, I am here to help in that. That's a beautiful answer she gave. Swami Sarada, Buddhananda Maharaj says, this answer once for all erased the evil which had come, had a stigma which had stuck to women through the acts of Eve. So the supreme renunciation of mother has brought dignity to womanhood itself. But she was not an ordinary person. One day she also asked a question. Hello, how do you look upon me? And Sri Ramakrishna said, the Divine Mother who is in the temple, the one who has given birth to me and living in Nahabad, and the one who is massaging my feet. I look upon all the three same. Truly, I look upon you as the blissful mother itself. So this is a unique example in the world, in the spiritual world. And we human beings cannot understand the greatness and the glory of Holy Mother, because Holy Mother was very shy, very humble, and she always hid her divinity, just as she covered her face always with the veil, Lajjapatavrite. So it is very difficult for ordinary men like you and me, people, to understand the divinity. So Sri Ramakrishna had to openly tell who she was and worshipped her on Falaharni Kali Puja as Shodashi, the Virgin, the 16 years old Divine Mother herself. Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Mother and made people know that she is the very embodiment of Divine Mother. So in Holy Mother's life, the Devi, that is a goddess, the Guru, and the Mother, these are the three modes of expression of this power divine. And the Devi would merge in the Guru, and the Guru would merge in the Mother. So ultimately, she always remained as the loving Mother. Because divinity is very difficult for us to comprehend. And sometimes it's a bit awesome, awe-inspiring. So what we do is we keep away. But Mother draws. So in this age, the divine has discarded all the glory, all the Aishwarya, and she has come to us as a simple mother. And what does motherhood represent? Motherhood represents selflessness. Mother is the only person who is next to God. So motherhood is a very great thing. And mother is the one who is ready to sacrifice. So unselfishness, sacrifice, and forbearance. Sri Ramakrishna's devotee Balaram would tell about Holy Mother, Kshamarupa Tapaswini. Her tapasya, her austerity is in forbearance. How many type of people came to her? All sort of eccentricities. She put up with that and gave them love. And unselfish, selflessness, no possessiveness. One incident, Holy Mother was living in Nahabad. She would cook for Sri Ramakrishna and bring the food every day to his room. Those who have gone to Dakshinesh will know 75 feet away from Sri Ramakrishna's room is the Nahabad. And Mother used to live there. And she, such a small, must be the half of this stage. That's the room. In that, she would sleep, she would cook, the whole store, pots and pan, everything. She would get up in the morning, 3 o'clock, have a bath in the Ganges, then sit for meditation. And the day starts, worship, cooking, looking after Sri Ramakrishna. No, Sri Ramakrishna had a very delicate body. After all these austerities and 12 years of sadhana had shattered, his body was shattered. He had, and the Kali, Mother Kali's prasad wouldn't agree with him. Very delicate. And mother would look after him, cook such delicious, soft food, which would be very soothing for the stomach. And he had nicely become hefty, not like this thin one. He was quite strong. And then after cancer, it became like that. Anyway, so mother used to bring the food with great care. And once when she was coming to the steps, she saw a lady standing near. And the lady came for mother, can you give me the plate? I will take it to the master. Okay. Mother immediately handed over the plate and went behind the lady. And the lady took and put it in front of Sri Ramakrishna. You know, when in India, when before eating, we eat on the floor. We squat on the floor and eat. A wooden plank will be kept where the person who has his food will sit there. And in front of him, the plate is kept. The water, the cloth to wipe the hand, and bitter leaves, all that, you know, after eating, everything is arranged. Mother goes first, arranges everything, and then goes to the kitchen, brings the food and offers. So this lady brought it and kept in front, and she immediately went away. And Sri Ramakrishna was shocked. What happened? Anyway, he came and sat. He sat, he didn't eat. And Holy Mother, just can you imagine? This is an object of meditation. You can meditate on Holy Mother in this way. Sri Ramakrishna is sitting. Holy Mother is sitting next to him with a little fan, you know, tropical country, very hot. A little hand fan she's having. And only Holy Mother could feed Sri Ramakrishna. See that he doesn't go into samadhi or higher plane and have his meal. If not, once his mind goes to higher plane, the food will be dying. The body, there is no ego in him. And how can the body function? So she would be very careful, see that he doesn't go, his mind doesn't go to higher plane, and she protect it in such a way. Only she could do that. None else could do. It just slightest suggestion is enough for his mind to go away. So Holy Mother sat next to him. She said, what did you do? Why did you give my plate to her? Don't you know? The lady is of not good character. Well, I know it. Doesn't matter. Today you somehow have it. No, you promise me? Promise that you will never give my plate anymore to anyone. Immediately the Holy Mother, she kept the fan down and with folded hands, she said, Master, that I can do. If anybody asks me, calling me mother, to give me anything, I can never refrain. I can never withhold it. I have to give. And after all, you are not mine alone. You are everybody's. He had taught her, Uncle Moon is everybody's moon. So God is everybody's. If you call on God, you will attain him. So now she gave the lesson to him. You are not mine alone. You belong to the whole world. If somebody wants to serve, I cannot stop them. Look at the selflessness. How unpossessive she is. Sri Ramakrishna was very happy to hear that. That's what he wanted. And this is a very important thing for us, for me and you. Call Holy Mother by name, Ma, Mother, and ask her anything. You want renunciation, you want discrimination, you want purity, you want aspiration, you want mukti, everything we will get it. Because she has told us, if anyone calls me mother and asks me anything, I cannot be without giving. So this is a big plus point for us. But only we have to know that she is our mother to that extent. And forbearance. How many type of people will come to her? You know, later days, a young man came, did pranam, and hit her big toe so hard with his forehead. The mother screamed, oh my goodness, what are you doing, my boy? Mother, I kept this pain in your feet so that you might remember me. As long as the pain remembers, the mother will remember this one. The Holy Mother said, I have never heard of this type of technique to remember a person. So such type of people used to come to her. No problem. She didn't scold him. She just laughed, took it easy. Just imagine somebody hitting your big toe like that. People would bring garlands. They wanted offer garlands. You know, flowers are nailed with a wire. And it's not a dead photo. She's a living goddess. And they want to garland. You know, it's itching. And others would say, Mother, you remove this thing. It's paining. They said, no. Let me put this cloth and let me wear. He has brought it for me. See, what compassion. Somebody would bring wet garland. Fresh flowers will remain fresh. Winter, cold, and put the garland on Mother. It's dripping with water. So all sorts of people are there. Put up. That's okay. Even before, Holy Mother, I told you the distance between Holy Mother's room and Sri Ramakrishna was 75 feet. But such as near, so near. Sometimes even 2 months, Holy Mother wouldn't get the chance to see Sri Ramakrishna. People come round the clock. People are there. Men are there. Devotees are there. Singing, dancing, music is going on. And Holy Mother would stand in the room in her Rahabat. There was a curtain made of mats. She had made a hole and she would look through the hole, all that was happening. And she would say, oh mind, what have you done? What merit do you have that you will get the his company always? So be satisfied with this. Standing and standing and standing, and she got finally pain, rheumatism. See, these are all the things for us to learn how to put up with things. Because life is, until and unless we put up with things, it can't. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, there was his nephew, Hriday Ram, always ready to boss. And so Sri Ramakrishna and he would sometimes have big argument. But Sri Ramakrishna said, Hriday, when you are angry, I'll keep quiet. When I'm angry, you keep quiet. Both of us start yelling at each other, they will drive us out of the temple. See, he is teaching. Somebody have to put up. Someone have to. Once the wife has to take the low profile, sometimes husband, and sometimes husband has to. This is how it is. If not, what happened? Gone. Family is broken. So this is what Holy Mother is teaching us. All these things are there. We have got to put up with everything and accept. No one is perfect. We have got to take everything. And Sri Ramakrishna exhorted Mother to take up the responsibility of his mission. She, in her usual modesty, said, oh, I am a woman. What can I do? Sri Ramakrishna said, no. Is it only my responsibility? The universe belongs to both. It's our universe, our children. It's we who have created the universe. We are the divine parents. It's our responsibility. It's not just my responsibility. It's your responsibility too. And you can do more than what you think. He told her, look at the people of Calcutta. Calcutta means it's all of us in the whole world. They are struggling like worms. They are. So take care of them, give them protection. And Holy Mother did it. Later on, she would say, yes, when Sri Ramakrishna passed away, I didn't have the mind to stay. I wanted to give up my body. But Sri Ramakrishna told me, no, you have got many things to do. And I see, yes, I have got so much. And there was no sentimentalism in her love. Practical love, what we said. She always was very practical. There was no emotional exuberance. No, she was very, what do you call it? She always applied reason. Always Swamiji's teaching is Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Our love should be always be with reason. You have to apply reason. And Holy Mother herself shows. One very unfortunate monk had to fall into disgrace. So the order had to dispel him. Poor man, he came to Holy Mother. He had served Holy Mother like anything. And he came to Holy Mother and cried. And Holy Mother wept. She wept bitterly for him because he had to go. And then she wiped her tears. I said, my son, it is true. Whatever you have done is not correct. And the order will not keep. You have to go. But that doesn't stop the flow of my love. You are always my child. You are always welcome. Can you imagine? The man went back. Anyway, he wore white clothes again and was married. He got married. And then he used to visit regularly Holy Mother. And Holy Mother spoke to him. He gave him prasad, poured her affection on him. And he used to go back. And this was continuing. And people were wondering. And even M, Gospel, the recorder of gospel, he told Sharadananda Maharaj, why is this fellow coming? Tell him not to come. Tell Mother not to allow him to come. Sharadananda said, who am I to tell Holy Mother? He is Holy Mother's disciple. I don't order around Holy Mother. We don't order her. She knows what to do, what not to do. No. And it didn't stop till there. M went to Holy Mother and told. And the Holy Mother said, suppose if my child smears itself with dirt, is it not my responsibility as the mother to cleanse it and take it on my lap? I will not stop. He is my child. Whatever might be his fault, he is my child. He will come. So this is the great thing about Holy Mother. All the teachers have got a list of things which we have to follow in order to approach them. It's called as adhikari. You need certain, preparedness in order to meet the divine. Gita is full. Every chapter, Shri Krishna enumerates these are the qualification you need to have in order to realize God. Christ says, you have to take the cross and go follow me. Buddha says, you be lap unto yourself and all that. So many. Shri Ramakrishna says, without kamini kanchan renunciation, nothing will happen. You will never realize God without renouncing the lust and good. But what does Holy Mother say? She doesn't have any terms of her own. No terms. However you are, come to me. It does not matter. You don't have to do any tapasya or anything. I am here to take as you are. Only come. Know me as my mother. Holy Mother is to say, whenever you are in trouble, just know you have a mother. So that in itself is a big sadhana. All to do is, are we so, what do you call, akritagya? What do we say for akritagya? Huh? In that, thank you. Ungrateful. Are we so ungrateful that we can't do this much? Just to remember, I have a mother. I have a big protection. Mother is there. Whatever may happen to me, whatever I am, doesn't matter. I have a mother. That's all. And you call me mother and ask whatever you want. I am here to give you. So these are the two things which we ought to remember. The uniqueness of Holy Mother is that the onus is on her, not on us. She has no terms of her own. She takes us as we are. All we need to remember is that we have a mother. Thank you.
All of you may have heard that our most revered President Mataji, Pravrajika Bhaktiprana Mataji, attained Mahasamadhi on 11th December. So we will honor her memory, remember her. I speak a few words about Mataji, whatever I know, not much. And then we will have a bit of small ritual offering flowers to Sri Ramakrishna and then for the sake of Mataji. There is a Bengali song on Sri Ramakrishna which says, Sri Ramakrishna, there is the form of the order. Sangha is Sri Ramakrishna taken a concrete form. And in that song, it says, Sangha Gurur Andare Boshi Huritecho Tumi Jiva Uddhar. Seated in the heart of the Guru of this order, you are having or you are giving salvation to humanity. So according to the tradition of the Ramakrishna order, the President Maharaj of Belur Math is the living representation of Sri Ramakrishna, and President Mataji is the living representation of Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi. Revered Bhaktiprana Mataji, the president, the late president, she lived and moved in Holy Mother. And she was the last surviving disciple of the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Her guru was Swami Vijnanananda. And she was the last surviving disciple of Swami Vijnanananda. We had at one time both presidents of Belur Math and Sarada Math who were disciples of Swami Vijnanananda. We had Swami Atmasthananda Maharaj, who was the president of Belur Math at that, and he was a disciple of Swami Vijnanananda. And we had Bhaktiprana Mataji, disciple of Swami Vijnanananda. Then Atmasthananda Maharaj attained Mahasamadhi in 2017. And after that, Bhaktiprana Mataji was the only disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. So it was a direct connection to Sri Ramakrishna Mataji. I saw Mataji first in 1973. It was a habit of Mataji that whenever any senior Mataji had, or any senior sister had any health issue, Bhaktiprana Maharaj would go there. She was a trained nurse, and she was in charge of the hospital center, which we have in Calcutta. Thus, Mataji came to Trivandrum in 1973 because Jayaprana Mataji had a major operation. So to be there are nurses and doctors, everything, and other sisters look after, but Mataji, Bhaktiprana Mataji came to be there. Only then she will have peace, to make sure that everything is happening properly. And then Mataji was going back to Calcutta. That's the time I traveled with her because I was going to Calcutta for my training. And the last time I saw Mataji was in 2018. Another time I have heard that I was not in India at that time, I was here already in Australia. In 1996, when Sridharaprana Mataji, who was the head of Thrissur Sarada Math, had a stroke. That was in 1996, 26 years ago. So Bhaktiprana Mataji was at that time 76 years old. Mataji wanted to go immediately, hearing that Sridharaprana had a stroke in Thrissur, that's in Kerala. There was immediately, you don't get a train ticket, reservation. So she was ready to go seating for two days, by train. But others somehow got a plane ticket and took her by plane. But she was so sad that before she reached there, Sridharaprana Mataji passed away. So it's always there. Whenever anybody is sick, Mataji will be there. And as I said, I saw Mataji last in 2018. She was not a very, she's not a speaker. She doesn't even talk much, very little. You go to her, salute her, sit at her in feet, and she will give a beautiful smile, and then she will welcome you, come. And then that's it, silence. And if you say something, of course, she'll be listening with all attention and nodding her head, that's it. And then she will say, at the most, keep well, hold on to Holy Mother, that's it. With 2-3 words, that's all you get. You sit there for an hour, you sit there for 5 minutes, that's all you get from Mataji. But her smile and the welcoming look is enough to fill your heart and soul. You will be filled with joy. And I remember in 2018, when I was there, one day the sisters who are looking after Mataji, attending Mataji, told me, you come and have breakfast with Mataji. So what time to come? They told me, but come at this particular time. I went there and they were preparing something and serving hot. So I had to wait. They already served Mataji, but Mataji won't eat. They were coming and telling Mataji, please, you have, it will get cold. No, Mataji sat, yes, nodded her head and sat quietly, smiling. Till I was served, Mataji didn't eat. See, all these little things you remember, and all this show her affection. She was born in 1920 as Kalyani Banerjee. So 102 years old. Her maternal uncle was a monk of the Revered. So she came under the influence of Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother from a very young age. And being born in 1920 means she got the chance to meet many of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. She and her younger sister, Pratima, both became sannyasinis of Sarada. Mataji had her nursing training and then joined as a voluntary worker in the Ramakrishna Mission Madhurabhavan Hospital. At that time, there was no Sarada Mutt. That is in 1950. Sarada Mutt has been started. And later she was given the charge of the hospital. She was running the whole hospital. In 1954, during the centenary year of Sri Sarada Devi, Sri Sarada Mutt was established. And on 1st January 1959, the first group of 8 nuns were given the final vows of Vedic sannyasa by Swami Shankarananda, who was the president of the Revered at that time, giving them ochre robes and new names. You can see in the standing, first one is Bhaktiprana Mataji. On the left. So Kalyani became Bhaktiprana Mataji. And Mataji became a trustee of Sarada Mutt in 1959, once they got a sannyas. And she became a member of the governing body in 1960. In 1960, the Sarada Mutt trustees decided to establish Ramakrishna Sarada Mission. And soon the Madhurabhavan Hospital, which was run by the Ramakrishna Mission, handed over the responsibility of the hospital to Ramakrishna Sarada Mission. And Bhaktiprana Mataji became the secretary of the hospital. And she continued in that role till 2009. During her tenure as a secretary, you can see the hospital expanded a lot. It was a small maternity hospital, and soon it became, now I think there are 150 beds big hospital, dealing with not just maternity, all different treatments are there. And she also did groundbreaking work by conducting relief activities, mainly in West Bengal and Orissa during flood, famine, cyclone, everything. Mataji is not just sending others. Mataji herself goes to the field and does the work along with the youngsters. She was appointed by Vice President in 1998. And in April 2009, when the previous, the third President Mataji, Pravrajika Sridharaprana Mataji passed away, Bhaktiprana Mataji became appointed the president of Sri Sarada Mutt. And she was the last of the first group. And she has seen many of the young nuns passing away. There were, in the last few years, we had some of the very young ones in their 40s and 50s. They were, babies as far as Mataji is concerned. But she accepted everything. She had never had a complaining nature. She never complained that how long do I have to live? Often we hear people saying, oh, all those people along my friends, all my age group, all are gone. Why am I still living? No, Mataji never had complained that. Because she was living in Holy Mother, with Holy Mother. Just a few hours before her passing away, the health update that we got from Calcutta says, it read like this: her face has got an unusual glow, and she seems to be in a peaceful sleep on Mother's lap. She was with Holy Mother, she was on Mother's lap. She kept comparatively good health in spite of the age of 102. She was admitted to the hospital on December 6th because she had some abdominal distension with cough. And then later there was mild infection, high fever of 104. But she was alert to the end. She lived in Holy Mother, gone to Holy Mother. I'll just recount two incidents about Mataji. One, we heard when Alok gave the talk here, remember a few months ago, we had a talk on the anecdotes of the Maharajis of Sarada, but in that, Alok said that one, being in a maternity hospital, sometimes it happens that the baby dies. And a baby died, and some of the other patients, other mothers, they all got very angry. And about 50 of them came to confronted Mataji. So Alok was describing, she followed her and stood at a distance to see how Mataji dealt with these angry women. Mataji sat there quietly and asked them to give out all their grievances. They shouted, screamed for quite some time. Mataji sat there quietly without uttering a single word. And then when they had finished, Mataji asked, have you had your say? Do you have anything more to say? They said no. Then she quietly said, do you know how much grief and sorrow I feel that to think that a mother has to go from this hospital without her baby? And Mataji said that with such feeling that all the women were silenced. They could feel that she feels more than them. That love and affection is Mother's love, as we were hearing about Holy Mother's love. That Mother's love was not just for the monastics. It was there for the devotees and for everybody, whoever came to her in front of her. I remember one other incident which is well known in our Sarada Mutt is when a baby was abducted. A newborn baby was abducted from Madhuravan Hospital. Don't know But what happened to the baby? And it's a big police case. Police was informed, police are searching to find out the baby. And what is Mataji doing? Mataji went to the shrine in the nuns' quarters, there's a separate shrine. She went to the shrine and sat there with her rosary. Sat there quietly for 3 days. Day and night, Mataji is there, nothing doing. And on the 3rd day, they found the baby. In a remote village, and there was an abandoned shack in the middle of the field. And suddenly one of the villagers walking past that shack heard a baby crying. And when he went to the nearest market, there's always the big newspaper notice pasted there. There's a baby, a baby from this hospital is missing. And so the man went and told the police. Went to the police station and informed that there's a suspicious sound of a baby crying in this shack. So they went there and found the baby there, along with others, all this, what do you call, sending the babies overseas, child racketing. So arrested them, brought the baby, and brought the baby back. How do you identify? Madhurban Hospital, there has got a special way they cut the umbilical cord and seal it. So they immediately identified, and of course the mother will identify her baby. And 3 days Mataji was in the shrine. Mataji, you can say, literally forced Holy Mother to bring the baby back. It is her direct connection with Holy Mother. So with that, I'll stop. We pray that she blesses us, that we may have that love and devotion to Holy Mother. Thank you.
So now there'll be an offering you're going to lead.
But you can see on the screen.
They stay where they are.
You can put the mantra on the screen.
We are offering 108 flowers. Instead of homa, the fire sacrifice we do. Instead of that, we are offering flowers. The mantra will be. Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. 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 Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Shri 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 Ramakrishnaaya 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 Namaha. Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishnaya 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 Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinyai Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Buddhadevaya Namaha.
Om Buddhadevaya Namaha.
Om Buddhadevaya Namaha. Om Buddhadevaya Namaha. Om Jeshudevaya Namaha. Om Jeshudevaya Namaha. Om Jeshudevaya Namaha. Om Aim Vishvacharyaya Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Aim Vishvacharyaya Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Aim Vishvacharyaya Vivekanandaya Namaha. Om Srimat Swami Vijnananandaya Namaha. Om Srimat Swami Vijnananandaya Namaha. Om Srimat Swami Vijnananandaya Namaha. Om Srimat Swami Brahmanandadi Shishyebhyo Namaha. Om Bharati Om Bhaktiprana Mataji Namaha. Om Bhaktiprana Mataji Namaha. Om Bhaktiprana Mataji Namaha. Did all of you get? Partially.
We will say the mantra, all of you repeat that, and then you can offer the flowers.
Did everybody get? Om Aim Gurubhyo Namaha
Gurubhyo Namah.
Parama Gurubhyo Namaha Parapara Gurubhyo Namaha Parameshti Gurubhyo Namaha Esha Sachandana Pushpa Aim Gurave Namaha. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.